Today we're just going to do a brief overview of the new Mizensir 2023 release called Tonic Water. And we're just going to hop right in, make it brief, straight to the point. I want to give you guys my impressions. I have my notes jumbled over here. If you're not familiar with the house Mizensir, it is from the master perfumer Alberto Morillas, and you may be more familiar with the name than you realize. He made a history-changing perfume called CK1, I believe back in the 90s. And one of my personal favorites, a Kiss from a Rose from the Killian brand. But he has his own company, and he creates such masterpieces in my humble opinion. So we're just gonna hop right in. So this is my sample. I do not have a full bottle. This is what it looks like, the samples. This is the little bottle, the little sample that I've been studying, Tonic Water. Now, so when I first heard the name Tonic Water, and when I was told about it, I expected it to be, this perfume surprised me in a few ways. First, I expected it to be like a boozy kind of scent, which it's not to me at all. And it surprised me because it ended up morphing in the end and giving me an additional feeling, which I just enjoyed. So I enjoyed the enigmatic, mysterious nature of this, if you will. So I'm just going to read my notes here because this is just a lot going on here. So Mizensir Tonic Water 2023 release. And this is an olfactive family of marine mineral. And so that was another thing that kind of worried me a little bit when I heard it, because sometimes mineral notes, it's like Russian roulette for me. It's 50-50. Some of my favorite perfumes have mineral notes, but it can also go the other way. So I was a little cautious. Either way, I would have given you my honest opinion, straightforward, raw, and unedited. But I absolutely love this perfume to kind of get to the point. It is a morning, afternoon feel. It is leisure time, perfect for leisure time, professional, even a signature scent for the late summer, summertime, and the early autumn as well. And we have the top notes of cologne, Szechuan pepper, cardamom essence, heart notes of ambrox, cetalox, which is, from my understanding, similar to ambergris, and cachalox, basically a whole bunch of oxes, okay? Then we have base notes of frankincense, resinoid. So that was another thing that kind of put my antenna up, because sometimes frankincense, again, is one of those Russian roulettes with me, but we'll get to that later. Papyrus wood or cypriol oil, vanilla absolute, and norlimbinol. I have no idea what that is. Okay, I'm not even gonna pretend like I do. So here, I just want to give you the feelings from me. It is immersive, it is realistic, and enigmatic. And I love how, I'm going to just refresh my memory, I'm smelling light, and I just absolutely love it. Now, oh my goodness. Wow, this is just, Mr. Morillas did it again. I don't understand how he does this. So this, I hope this is going to make sense to people. This house is not meant to be mass appealing, but when you wear it, it will appeal to the masses when they smell it on your skin. I hope that makes sense. So it also comes with a certain aura when you wear it, right? This is understated luxury. This is not an overly saccharine scent. And trust me, I like saccharine scents. This is time and a place for it, right? We all have different facets of our personality. And this is, to me, is going to be great for business, going to be great for business lunches, leisure even, even a yacht. And so I don't really do reviews. If I'm kind of all over the place, please kind of just bear with me and try and follow my choppy train of thought. But those notes, I'm going to give you my breakdown of it. So it opens with the cologne note, Szechuan pepper and essence, and it surprised me. So I'm going to kind of talk you through this instead of focusing too much on the notes. It opens up fresh, lightly spicy, like I can get that Szechuan pepper essence, but it's like a veil in the distance, right? And this makes me feel immersive in the ocean. But sometimes aquatic scents or fresh scents can come off soapy. This is not that at all. Sometimes aquatic scents can come off jagged almost. And there's a time and a place for that, right? If you want something a little harsh, a little screechy, I mean, who wants anything screechy? I guess, like, it feels a little tougher than it is. But this has a gentleness to it. Almost, I feel The tonic water, again, I'm not sure this was the intention, but the tonic water feels almost like a tonic water for my soul. Because when I smelled this, I felt relaxed. And yeah, you get that cardamom essence right away. And I love Mr. Morillas is just the way he creates notes to be natural and lets them speak for themselves. And I love, for me, I get majority of the notes because the only reason why I say that is I don't know what norlimbinol is. I just know it's an alcohol element, but I don't know what it's supposed to do. So with that said, with what I can name, I can identify. So when I say linear, I don't mean boring. When I mean linear, the way that I intend it is that I can smell all the notes. You know how certain things that usually like, oh well, I can't identify that and I can't identify that. What I can name, I can identify. I get that frankincense, and now to the frankincense. I was worried because I thought it was going to be a smoky frankincense, and things like tuberose or milk notes or frankincense note, because the way things scream on my skin, it can be a little bit too much for me. It's like milk notes versus milk notes, but I'm trying to give you an example. Like it feels as somebody opened the fridge, took out cold milk and poured it on my skin. That's what my skin does to it. So it feels like cold milk, and it doesn't smell bad. It just, I don't like the smell of milk. It's, I don't know, I got issues. Anyway, so I was worried about that frankincense note being burny, being too much for me. Thank goodness it is a frankincense resinoid. So what I feel like it is a frankincense but unburnt, right? Just, and it warms up as it goes. It keeps that coolness, but as it warms up, with that frankincense and that pepper and that vanilla absolute starts to bloom, and it gives a sweetness, but a natural sweetness. So no saccharin here. It gives a natural sweetness to it, and those amber notes, I'm assuming, because I smell amber, so I'm assuming there's amber notes in here, warm up. And this is what kind of surprises me. So it starts out as fresh, calming and relaxing, and as it warms up on my skin, there becomes this understated, enigmatic, mysterious sensuality and appeal to it, which I wasn't expecting. It kind of threw me off a little bit, because usually when you think of fresh and aquatics, you think, just, person next door, just, I don't know, just professional environment. But then it took a turn as it warmed up after like 20 minutes, and I'm like, what is that? And you get the cypriol oil, and it adds a beautiful greenness. I sense a bit of green oilness. It doesn't feel oily, but I feel like a green oil. I guess that's a cypriol oil, but also woody. But anyway, I digress. Focus. And I think it's a frankincense that just give it this enigmatic appeal. And so even if it starts off fresh, calming, relaxing, and then it turns a bit. So it also maintains that, but also brings a surprising element. For me, it kind of threw me off, and I love that. I absolutely love that. At least this is what I'm doing on my skin. It has this enigmatic, mysterious appeal to it that is literally like an undercurrent in the water, right? You think you know what you're seeing on the top, and then suddenly something pops its head out from under the water. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I like that. I like surprises. So yeah, it surprised me. I wasn't expecting. I thought it kind of would have stayed, if you will, fresh, but the freshness somehow recedes, and now that warmness and that sensuality starts to come. It's like almost like the progression through the day, right? Like you start your day and you're more kind of like buttoned up, and then as the day tones down, and then you unbutton and you just relax, and you just become more relaxed and more yourself, and I absolutely love that transition. That's what it actually feels like. It's like you're kind of just going through the day, and it's progressing with you, and as you get more relaxed, it's easier to be charming. This is charming. I think that's the word I'm trying to look for. Absolutely love it. I don't understand. It's so naturalistic. I understand these are chemicals. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Naturalistic in the sense that it's not saccharine, it's not screechy, and it's true to the essence of the ingredients. I cook with cardamom, and I eat cardamom straight too, and it's not a screech kind of cardamom. It is literally as if somebody took literally just a powder of cardamom and put it in there, and the Szechuan pepper, it starts off as like a veil in the background. That veil comes to the forefront and just adds this little bit of ting to my nose, like a little boop, you know, adds a little buzz to my nose. I absolutely love it. Well done, Mr. Morillas and the House Masons here. Adore it. So, oh, for people who want to know, in the beginning it does lean a little masculine, but as it starts to dry down, completely universal. So I hope you're able to sample it, try it out, and love it as much as I do. All right, so thank you so much for taking the time to be here. If you have any loves of Mizensir, please let me know below. If you once you try it, please also let me know what your thoughts are. And just a gentle reminder, the sweetest perfumes we will ever wear are not perfumes, but our behavior. And another gentle reminder, please find somebody to thank today, even if it's for something small, and more importantly, take a moment to thank God, because if you're here watching this video, that means we made it into yet another day. And even with our trials and tribulations, God is great. Thank you, my friend. Bye.